We're live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ready, go, ready, go, ready, go, ready, go. Ready, go, ready, go, ready, go, ready, go. Yeah, you know what it is. Home of the West Coast offense. Frisco to Stockton, Modesto to Fresno, we get it poppin'. Reppin' my team, when you see me, you know everything. Ready, go, ready, go, ready, go.
I'm sorry.
Okay, guys, we are here. We're live on YouTube, of course, X, and of course, Facebook. All right, and all the other platforms that you guys think about. So here we go. All right, now, of course, I know we have one person watching. It's probably my wife, because she's always popping on there early. Okay, I know the reason why I wouldn't use my phone because I didn't want to pop on my computer. So, but yeah, next guy over here, over there, of course, newcomer Dan. All right, you found him right there. HT Nern, HT Nern. All right, and of course you know who Matt Man is.
Got it. You got it.
Matt Dennis 9. All right, and of course follow us, of course, available 24/7. All right. And of course, we have our email. It's of course rainbow247@yahoo.com. If you want to leave anything on there, go ahead. All right. It's strictly to the main channel. All right. So basically, it's how we do it over here. You know how Matt goes. So, hey Dan, tell us a little bit about yourself. See what's going on. How you become a Niners fan? How you want to get that done there with everybody talking? Take her ahead, man. Talk yourself.
Absolutely, man. Dan Nuremberg. I grew up in Utah, Salt Lake City. Well, actually West Jordan. It's a suburb of Salt Lake, but grew up in West Jordan, and they didn't have a professional football team. Big surprise. So, big time Utah Utes fan, and San Francisco and Denver were in that market as far as what teams they'd show on TV. So the Niners became my favorite team from an early age, and that's who I've been watching all these years. So happy to be here. Thanks for having me on.
You know, man. You know it. Glad to have you, man. Glad to have you. No problem, man. You know that. All right. Anybody's welcome to this show, no matter what. All right. Race, color, doesn't matter. All right. Men, women, doesn't matter. You all have lives. You all have wives and husbands. All right. That's how we do it. For family. All right, Matt, man. Do your thing, man. Start up. Can you hear me, Matt?
What? What did you say? Oh yeah. So I'm Matt, PIC. Y'all know what it is. You find me on YouTube, but got my own YouTube channel. But as always, associated with Red and Gold 24/7. Matt Dennis 9, Niner Matt, with a bunch of numbers, whatever. It's like 756 something on TikTok. Matt Dennis 22 on Instagram. Just Matt Dennis on Facebook, whatever. So those are my socials. And if you want to send me an email and ask me questions about the 49ers, you can always hit me up at mattdennis841@gmail, and I'll get back to you. There was an interesting game last night. I didn't get to see it. I was at work. I checking it. Back and forth. We were up 17-7. Raiders came back, and for the game to end on a crazy play like that, I mean, heaved by the young rookie Mordecai to vet receiver Trent Taylor, and then to finish on like a Cal Stanford type ending with all those laterals. It was hilarious when I watched all the highlights. I do think the 53-man roster is exactly how I thought it was going to be. We already know the starting 22, and we know most of the backups. Some of the guys, some of the guys changed, but I mean, we got a rookie starting guard. Pooney's going to start. Renardo Green, rookie from my favorite football school, Florida State, Tallahassee. We 0-1. That's okay. But this is not a show about my favorite college football team. This is a show about my Niners. He's going to be the extra DB, in the dime and nickel packages. So, it's probably going to look like this. You got Charvarius Ward on the one side. You got Demo Lenore on the other side. And then you got Renardo Green on the inside. We got Hafunga coming back. They said he's going to be ready for week 1, but just in case, we got rookie stud Malik Mustafa from South Carolina, and we got another young stud who was a rookie last year, Jair Brown from Penn State. He's a beast. I mean, that dude. He had an interception in the Super Bowl. And some of us are over that, some of us aren't. I mean, I'm good, but you never get over a loss like that.
True.
But it's week 1 is upon us, basically. Preseason's over. So we got the starters covered, and the main backups are gonna be, Bernardo Green. We got Jacob Cowing, a rookie receiver. If Pearsall's healthy and Ayuk still isn't under contract, he still doesn't. Ricky Pearsall will start. Then we got the other receivers as well. Then so we're pretty much set. Oh, go ahead, Ryan.
No, I was waiting my wife. That's all. Sorry.
Okay.
My bad.
Our special teams look strong. I mean, we got all the good rookies and all the backup, the good backups. Our special team's set. And of course, there's a couple of starters that are probably going to be on that, like our boy Juice. Juice loves playing special teams, so he'll probably be on there, unless Kyle says no. But how can you say no to Juice? Juice is a special kind of player. He's just one of those guys that he does everything you ask him to and more. That's why he's a Hall of Famer. And he's going in the Hall of Fame as a 49er. You better put your money down on that. That's what I'm saying. He does not go in the Hall of Fame as a Raven. He goes in the Hall of Fame as a 49er. Because he's going to get another ring before he retires. Guaranteed.
All right, Matt. All right. I'll show these out real quick. All right. Like I said before, Facebook, of course, actually update the freaking logo. The Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. All right. On both of them. All right. Now, it's your turn there, Daniel. What do you think about the game? And what do you think about the picks? And of course, the projection you might think might go into week 1. Go ahead, man. Do your thing.
Yeah, I think Matt was spot on. Great game last night. You don't expect that kind of ending out of a preseason game and a 24-24 game. That was incredible. So good game as far as preseason goes. I know a lot of backups were playing, but we did get to see our starters out there. We got to see Debo, Brock Purdy slinging the ball. So that was exciting. The offense looked good considering we didn't have Trent Williams. We didn't have Ayuk. So imagine what we'd look like if we had those folks in there. Just a good overall look for us. I thought we moved the ball well. We ran the ball well. Guerrero had a good game. We got to see him for the first time in the preseason, so that was exciting. The defense looked good. It was good to see some pressure coming on the other side of Bosa with Floyd over there. So he had 10 sacks with the Buffalo Bills last season. If he can bring that for the 49ers, that's a huge plus for us. That's the kind of production we were hoping that Young would have gotten us last season. So really hoping Leonard Floyd can step up into that role and create some pressure from the other end from Bosa. I think the secondary this season, as far as looking ahead to week 1, I think our secondary is the most talented that it's been in a long time. So I would even put them up against some of those Harbaugh teams with the secondaries, hitting, Dante Whitner and Hittner and Goldson. I think to Matt's point, the safeties are looking sharp. We got some promising safeties. We got some hitters at safety and some guys are going to go after the ball. And then I think at corner, we're pretty set. Bernardo Green looks like he's going to get that nickel spot. We got Lenore on the one side, and then we got our man Mooney on the other side. So we are looking pretty good as far as coverage goes. We've got stud linebackers. When Greenlaw gets back, man, we're gonna be a scary defense. So it really comes down to our first year coach on the defensive side, defensive coordinator, and whether he can really step into that position, Sorensen, and get us back on track as far as bringing that violence that Saleh used to talk about when he was the defensive coordinator.
That sounds good, man. Sounds good. All right. I mean, everything most of you guys put down for projections pretty much probably mine too, because I'm sure everybody knows what the projections are going to be. So, but do we know our projection for the practice squad? Who's going on that? 17 players, if I'm mistaken. 16 players. Do we all know who we think is going to go on the practice squad?
All right, practice squad. Even though I hate to say it, I think my boy Tatum Bethune is going to be on the practice squad. I would love him. I would love him to be on the roster.
That was fun to watch, though.
But it looks like Curtis Robinson and I forgot who the other linebacker is. But there's two linebackers basically fighting for that last spot. So whoever does not start is going to be a special teamer. Our D line is set. Drake's out the year, so we got Floyd on one side. You got Bosa on the other side. You got newly signed free agent from the Texans. Big old boy Malik. I can't think of his last name right now, but he's on one side.
Collins.
Oh no!
Yeah. He's on one side and Hargrave on the other. And we still have some depth coming up. Linebackers are going to be, Fred, Dre, Curtis Robinson, right? Yeah.
D winners.
D winners, DFF, and there's another guy. Oren Burks, or did he leave?
Burks, I'm not too sure if he's still on the team. He's still on the team there. He's gone.
He's gone.
Okay. Oh yeah, okay. So it's gonna be them. We already talked about the safeties and stuff. Offensive line, it's Aaron Banks, Trent Williams, Brendel at center. We don't really have another person to replace him. We got Pooney at right guard, and until anybody else steps up in practice and dethrones McKivitz. McKivitz is a starter right tackle. You know, running back set. You got CMC. I think Jordan Mason, JP Mason, as we call him, he's going to be the backup. And then I think either Garendo or maybe Schrader is going to be the third string. I think we figure out a way to trade Elijah Mitchell. I don't think we keep him. And then we got Juice, and whoever, you know, doesn't back up Juice just goes straight to the practice squad. And then of course we got the receivers. You know, we know who. You know, until Ayuk signs or until Ayuk. No, okay, I won't. Okay.
We're not going there, Matt.
All right. So we got Debo, we got Ricky, we got Jacob Callan, we got Jawan Jennings, and we got Trent. So, and Chris Conlon. I think that's a solid 6. You know.
Yeah.
Our tight ends are fine. You know, the backup's not going to get much playing time anyways. I mean, unless he comes in and gives Juice a break. But you know, Kittle, man, I ain't leaving the game unless I'm really really hurt or I need to go to the bathroom. Other than that, I'm staying in. That's how Kittle is. Unless he's played his whole career with 2 torn labrums. He ain't gonna leave a game. You know, it doesn't matter how hard he gets hit. He's staying in the game, regardless.
Yeah, he plays through it. He plays through the pain for sure. I mean, if we want to run by position by position, I mean, we can go quarterback. You know, obviously Brock Purdy, that's a given, right? And then as far as a backup, I think Joshua Dobbs has definitely earned that backup role over Brandon Allen. I do think that Shanahan historically has liked to keep 3 quarterbacks. So I wouldn't be surprised if we hold on to Brandon Allen and Josh Dobbs on the active 53, and probably just not dress Brandon Allen on game days. And then I definitely see Tanner Mordecai as a practice squad player as far as the QBs go. And then I think we're pretty much in alignment, Matt, with running back. Of course, Christian McCaffrey kicking it off for us. I definitely think Jordan Mason's going to share some of that workload this season. I think he's going to get some carries. He's definitely earned it. He's looking good in the preseason. And Christian McCaffrey, we need to be able to spell him with somebody we can trust to put the ball in and still get some production. So I think Jordan Mason's going to get some touches this year for sure, at least more than what we've seen historically last year with the backup running backs. I see Elijah Mitchell. I think he'll be on the active roster unless, to Matt's point, unless we trade him somewhere else, which he might have some value there. Isaac Guerendo, I think he'll be on the active roster also. And then I can definitely see Breida and Schrader falling off on that practice squad potentially. I wouldn't be surprised if Shanahan drops a QB and puts Breida in the mix as well. But I think he's more of a practice squad designation. Did you mention Breida, Matt? Where did you think Breida was going to fall?
I did not mention Breida. I know he just came back. I know it's one of those stories, a good story, but unless I see him do something spectacular, I mean, he just got here, so unless they say that they think that he's ready to come up, he's a practice squad.
Yeah. Shanahan has a heart for these guys that have played for him in the past. You see
Yeah.
recurring players like some of the Redskins players coming over to the 49ers after Shanahan left, such as Trent Williams. There's been a few others, tight ends and things like that. So, and then of course Atlanta bringing over a few players. So I think Breida and Trent Williams have that going in their favor, but I don't think that they should be on the active roster. Definitely think that we'll keep them on the practice squad. As far as wide receiver, I would say Brandon Ayuk, as long as we can get him signed to Matt's points. Debo Samuel, Juwan Jennings, I think those are all three givens. Jacob Cowing has definitely made a name for himself in the preseason. I think he's potentially going to earn some playing time, some snaps this season. Ricky Pearsall, I think he's been injured all preseason. Hard to say what we'll see, but based on his college career, I don't see him not getting on the field at some point. And then Chris Conley, I think that rounds out the 6 wide receivers we'll have on the active. Ronnie Bell, I think he'll designate the practice squad. Trent Taylor will. I think we'll release Danny Ray, and Tay Martin will get on the practice squad, and possibly Robbie Chosen. What was that?
Dan, while you're putting people on practice squad, how many does that make you? How does that make you? How many? Have you put on practice squad?
So far, I've got Mordecai, I've got Schrader, I've got Bell, Martin, and Taylor.
Okay, 5 so far. Okay. Yeah. Because I think they're carrying 6 or 7 or 16 or 17 now.
They increased it, right?
Yeah.
Season?
Yeah, they increased it. So, yeah, guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Did you do your offensive line already, Dan, or no? Your offensive line? Did you already do that one?
Yeah. The offensive line is it's Trent. I'm still counting him in. Trent, Banks, Brendel, Pooney, and McKivitz.
How about backups? Any backups?
The backups is I don't think we have too many backups. That's the only thing.
Well, Burford
The draft.
in the coming weeks.
That's why a lot of people want the draft to be offensive
I mean,
line.
our best offensive lineman we drafted is now starting because Burford got hurt.
Yeah, but he should be back right before the season starts. Let me look at.
They said he'll be back, but he already lost his job.
Who are you talking about? Anyway? Who are you talking about? I'm sorry.
I'm talking about Spencer Burford lost his job. Who needs to start?
Yeah, I think we'll retain him as a backup. I think it makes sense to put Pooney there, but I still think we'll keep Spencer Burford as a backup. I think John Feliciano, when he gets back, I think he'll have a spot. He's pretty interchangeable. You can move him around the line. And then Nick Zakel. I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce that.
Nick Zakel.
And I think that pretty much rounds out our offensive line just because I think you get some they may keep Parker around, but I think Jalen Moore is more than likely going to be the backup and probably flex to either left tackle or right tackle as the backup. But I don't think Barch will make the team. I don't think Hubbard is going to make the team. Drake Nugent, Lewis Kidd, Alicon, Jarrett Kingston, he's definitely a practice squad player. Sebastian Gutierrez, he'll be on the practice squad. It's hard to say on the offensive linemen because they if they don't like a look that they're getting from the line that they currently have, they don't hesitate to drop guys and bring guys in at the drop of a hat, I should say.
So I guess we covered up the offense, right? We're good. Offense. Okay, now defense. Then. So you can start with the defensive line if you want. 'Cause I know we're backed up on defensive line. Go ahead, guys. Who wants to go first?
You want me to start on D-line?
Don't matter to me. Whatever you guys want to do. Matt, what do you want to do?
Go ahead, Matt, since you've been the one leading it off, and I'll
Okay.
follow.
Okay. So we know Drake is out. He's already done. So we got Bosa and Floyd. We got Malik Collins and Hargrave. We have what's his name? Gross Matos.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see who else we got. I know we drafted somebody, right? We drafted somebody to play D, or another guy to play DT, or did we pick up more than one? I'm trying to remember if there's anybody else.
Jordan Elliott.
Okay, Jordan Elliott. All right.
He was drafted in 2020. He's shown on the depth chart. I'll just run through some names. Jordan Elliott, defensive tackle Kevin Givens, Ty McGill, Nick Williams.
Oh, yeah.
Talia Davis, he got injured though, and then Shaquille Brown. And then as far as left defensive end, you already mentioned Gross Matos, Alex Barrett, Jonathan Garvin, and then right defensive end, Robert Bill Jr. and Sam, I can't even pronounce that, Okua Nanu?
Okanaway or something like that? Okue or...
Yeah, defensive line. I think the defensive tackle part is hard to say. I could see Ty McGill being worked in there and Kevin Givens being retained as the backups. I think Jordan Elliott would fall to the practice squad, and probably Shaquille Brown as well. Alex Barrett. I don't know if he did enough or showed enough to beat out Gross Matos, but they could retain both of them potentially, just to have some extra guys out there. Robert Bill Jr. and then Sam. I could see Sam drop into the practice squad. Sam O.
Sorry, guys. Sorry. Boy, heck is weird. Okay, I lost you guys for a minute there. Sorry, guys. So, are you covering defense, or how far did you get to defense? I'm not paying attention.
We're on linebackers now.
Okay.
You want to kick it off?
Good, man.
All right. So, Fred, Dre, D Winners, Jalen Graham, Curtis Robinson, and like I said, if we keep 6, Tatum Bethune. But I don't think we're keeping 6. So I think he'll be on the practice squad. And we already went over the DBs. And I don't think there's other than the 3. I don't think there's anybody else good enough to that we even have to even challenge to be a safety on our team. Other than Talanoa and Brown and Mustafa, we don't have another guy that's as good in coverage as Jair Brown.
Yeah.
I mean, Huff is good in coverage, but he's not as good as Jair Brown in coverage. Jair Brown is he sees it. He's catching that ball. You know, he sees somebody coming out of the backfield with the ball. He's hitting them. He sees a receiver or tight end come across the middle. I see a little bit of Ronnie, and I see a little bit of what's his name, the guy that used to play for the Eagles, the one that they called Wolverine. I see a little bit of him in
Dawkins.
yeah. I see a little bit of Ronnie. I see a little bit of Brian Dawkins and Jair Brown.
Yeah, the problem I have with Jair Brown is that he whiffed on and took some terrible angles last season. He made some great plays. There's huge positive upside with the kid, but there were some terrible angles that he took last season that I think that some of these offenses can really take advantage of if we didn't coach that up and get that taken care of. I would imagine that he's probably taken some strides. They've watched some tape and he's worked on some of that stuff. But we definitely are missing Huff out there. Malik Mustafa, I think he's looked great at times as well. And I think eventually Mustafa will work his way into a starting lineup at some point. But right now, I think it's Huff and Brown that'll round that out. Unless I don't think Huff is going to be ready by week 1, so it's probably going to be Odom that gets in that starting role. But I wouldn't be surprised if they move Mustafa in there if Odom ain't cutting it right off the bat.
Sounds good to me. Sounds good. Damn, in a half hour we actually covered everything, man. We covered the whole team. Even preseason. Damn. That was a great episode, man. I'll tell you.
And there's no reason to talk about Moody, because I think Moody's going to be fine. I know a lot of people are like, we need to cut Jake Moody. He's worse than Mike Kofor. No, he's not. Stop talking crazy. And Mike Kofor did win some games for us. So let's stop with the disrespect to Kofor. We won a couple of Super Bowls with him as the kicker. So let's stop all that, the Kofor hate. Moody could be, Robbie Gould 2.0. Okay. If he can get his head right, if he can just focus on the kicks, don't worry about the wind, don't worry about it. Just kick the dang ball. That's all I want. Just kick the dang ball. Okay? Just don't worry about the wind. Just that's all you gotta do. Just kick the ball.
The last 3 years, right? The last 3 years, we've been worrying about quarterbacks. Okay? Then we're worrying about cornerback. Then we're worrying about safety. Now we're worrying about damn kicker. What the hell? Can we do anything?
No, I'm not worried. I'm not worried about that. I'm saying these people that they call themselves 49er fans, they're always like, Moody said, get him off the team. No. We drafted the guy out of the 4th round from Michigan. If you get a kicker like him that high, then that means he's good. There's a lot of free agent kickers that don't make kicks like that. Shoot. The only kicker that I remember that was picked in the 1st round is my boy Seabass. That was a long time ago. So it's a very hard position to take that high.
Sorry to say, I knew who he was. I know I wasn't a kicker there when I was on the squad.
I was talking about Sebastian Jankowski that used to kick for the Raiders.
The
only
he went in the first round.
He was picked. He was like number 18 in the 1st round.
Wow.
The 2000 draft. The Seminoles had like 5 or 6 guys taken in the 1st round, and we had like 13 in the entire draft because you had Peter Warrick, who went number 4. Then We had all the the defensive ends, linebackers. Our other two receivers also went in the draft. Lavernius Coles was in the 7th round. I think Dugans was in the 7th round. You got Corey Simon and a bunch of other guys. So
Yeah. Well, I have to admit, I was one of the fans last season saying, "Bring back Gold." After he missed those key kicks at the beginning of the season, but by the time playoffs rolled around, there's no changing him out. You got to roll with the guy, and
Yep.
At this point, there's no reason to bring in Gold. We got to roll with the kid. He didn't miss a kick in college, right? His senior season in college.
Yeah, I think something like that.
Any, I don't think.
Yeah.
So kid can ball. We got to give him a shot. Robbie Gold wasn't our golden boy, when he started with the Bears. So he had to work on that art. That's one thing that you can get from a positive as far as Moody goes. He worked with Gold. Gold showed him, and worked with him and practiced with him before he came to the 49ers when he was over at in Michigan. So the kid will pull it together. We got to give him time. Hopefully we're not in positions where we need a kick to win the game. Hopefully the offense is taking care of business. The defense is taking care of business where we're not putting ourselves in these positions. But I've got faith that Moody's going to pull through anyway. He's going to make the kicks we need him to make this season.
All right, we're all covered that. We're all good? Okay, we covered everything. I'm not going to board no freaking Niner fans out there, no Facebook out there on the BA situation or the Trent. It's going to get done when it gets done. That's all I'm going to say about it. So, now, it's time for table talk. That means damn, you can talk about anything you want to talk about. It don't matter. All Niner stuff's on the side. We took care of it. Now it's ready for regular season now, guys. Regular season. So get ready for the damn Jets. So round table talk, you do our thing, talk about anything you want to talk about. So Matt, how you want to start it off? It's up to you, man.
Okay, so let's just get into the meat of what's happening, of what's going on. Okay. The Jets are a good team. You got Rodgers, you got Sauce, you got Garrett Wilson, you got Breece Hall. He's a good running back. I don't think he's a top 10 running back by any means. I've been getting a lot of hate on TikTok because I said the 49ers were going to smash the Jets. There were some guys, I don't remember what the show was, but they were like, oh, they got injuries. The 49ers got injuries. And I'm just like, nah, bro, this ain't it. The 49ers are going to destroy the Jets. I know the Jets are a good team, but all the stuff the Jets fans are talking, all the stuff that, Aaron Rodgers is running his mouth about, like, bro, did you forget something? You're 40 years old. You're not Tom Brady. It's rare when an athlete at 40 years old who just came off a ACL injury is going to be as good or better than he was before. So I think Aaron Rodgers is a great quarterback, but we own him. And as good as Garrett Wilson is, as good as Breece Hall is, you know what? We're better. So even though I've said 45-0, I'm going to back off a little bit. I'm still saying we score 45 points on them, but they might get 2 touchdowns. That's about it. So 45-14.
Wow. Okay. That you have it, fans. That's a bold statement right there.
Damn!
I'm a little more cautious with my outlook on that game, Matt. I think, you know, the one thing that Jets team lacked last season, because their defense was stellar last season. They've got a great team. Salah's got that defense steamrolling. So the only thing they were lacking was Rodgers. Zach Wilson's crappy play. I forget what that other backup quarterback was. It White or whoever they brought in after Zach Wilson. He was also terrible. That lackluster quarterback play was all they were lacking, because they were in the games. They could have easily won if they could just put some points on the board. Rodgers going to put points on the board. I don't know if you guys saw the highlights of Garrett Wilson practicing versus the Giants, but he was schooling the Giants. Rodgers was hitting him for the touchdown passes, and man, Garrett Wilson's looking good. That's going to be a strong connection. Watch that connection, because that's something we're going to have to watch on that Niners defense, is try to contain Garrett Wilson. Of course, Aaron's got another favorite weapon of his, Alan Lazard. I expect him to be worked in as well. So that's going to be a hard cover as far as Aaron can get him the ball. And that's the difference, Matt, is that Aaron can throw the ball all over the field. So when you say he's not Tom Brady, you're right. He's not. He's got a better arm than Tom Brady. He's more athletic than Tom Brady. The only thing that Rodgers hasn't had is that he's got a piss poor attitude, and that he hasn't had the coaching staff that Brady had, and the cheating that Brady had in New England to get him over the top. So say what you want, but that's what got Brady over the top. There should be an asterisk next to all their Super Bowls. But yeah, Rodgers is legit. He's the guy we should have taken over Alex Smith. And I'm sorry. I love Alex Smith. I'm a Utah fan through and through. But we should have taken Rodgers. And I know he had a bad attitude. We took Alex because he's the nice guy. He's the guy. But I think that our projection of success would have gone completely differently had we drafted Rodgers over Alex Smith. I think it's going to be a closer game, Matt. I hope you're right. I hope you're right with that 45-17 projection. I think it's going to be a little bit closer. I think we're going to struggle, especially if we don't have Trent Taylor and Ayuk in that game. I'm not confident we win it. It's going to be close, but I'm not confident we win it. If we have Trent Taylor and Ayuk on the field, I think we'll win. I don't know about 45-17. I think we're going to take it. I think my projection, I'm going to assume Trent Williams is going to be there. I'm going to assume Ayuk's going to be on the field, and I'm going to go 31-24.
Okay, by one touchdown. Okay, I got it. Cool. Yeah, it's true about Trent Williams and BA though. But I'm sure we can get the job done. I know we can.
Yeah,
I know.
One more thing I worry about with the Jets is that Breece Hall is a speedster, and if you give him a lane, he's going to burst through that thing. And I'm not confident the middle of our I'm not confident in our defensive tackles that they're going to be able to stuff up that run like Ayuk did. We're going to see a fall off there. And you guys saw it towards the end of the season last season. We had trouble with those runs up the middle. We couldn't seem to contain it. So they weren't breaking off big runs, but they were getting 5-6 yards just about every carry. And that hurt a little bit. Not enough to stop us from getting to the playoffs on that win streak, but it hurt a little bit to watch them plug away on the run game.
Can you hug?
Hey, got anything about
Daddy,
that,
I want a
Matt?
hug.
Anything about
Daddy,
that?
please. I'm getting a hug. Please give me a hug.
I think Malik Collins is going to be a nice addition. I think our DBs are, cream of the crop, and I think our linebackers will help negate any negative thing on running. I mean, we got a great linebacking core, and they flow to the ball. So, as good as Breece Hall is, he's not a superstar. He's a good running back, but he's not a superstar yet. I said yet. Now
Yeah.
he may be sometime, but not yet. And I think we're still good enough to at least beat them by multiple touchdowns. The Jets are not the Chiefs. The Jets are not. They're not a they're not a juggernaut. They may be a good team, but I think we could still pound them. And one of my favorite players from Florida State is a starting defensive end for them, and he's going to be great. But I still say we have our way with the Jets.
Anything else to back up on that, Dan? Are you done? I'm sorry, are you done, Matt?
I would agree with you, Matt, 100% about the linebacking core. But with Greenlaw still down, there's still some question marks around Winters and plugging that up. I think he'll do good enough. I think he'll be good. I don't know that he's going to be Greenlaw good. But again, without Greenlaw out there, it's going to be tough to not see a drop off. But I think you're right. I think the linebackers are good enough to fill in those gaps and make up for anything we lack without Armstead. And you're right. It is still the Jets, and I just think that Rodgers changes the dynamic when you have a passing threat to combo with the running threat, because really Breece Hall was all they had last season as far as offense goes. There's no passing threat, so they just packed the boxes for Breece Hall. And with the addition of Rodgers, if Rodgers is healthy, if that what was it, an ACL that he tore?
I think it was the ACL and his MCL.
Yeah.
I think he tore all of it.
Yeah. If that's healed up, they're going to be okay. I believe they're a Super Bowl contender with Rodgers healthy. If he's not fully healthy, that's going to be scary with Floyd running from the edge and Bosa getting in there, because he ain't going to be able to get away quick enough.
Nope.
All right, guys. What do you think so far? All good?
I think we covered from A to Z. We covered every single position. I think the only thing we didn't mention was our punter, but we already know what it is with him.
Yeah.
We already know.
Yeah.
Hang time and big punts.
Mm-hmm.
We don't even need to mention Mr. Wisnowski. Oh,
I want to say another Utah player right there, buddy.
But this is what I look forward to. It's when we have to punt it. Mitch Wisnowski sends it, and it drops at the 5, and it's down at the 1. The 49ers defense will be there at the 1-yard line. That is where the opponent's starting. Uh-oh. We can see Bosa frothing at the mouth.
I got you.
And whoever the quarterback is, may the Lord protect him. But
Yeah.
Bosa, safety. That's what happens. That's what happens when Wisnowski hits a perfect punt.
Yeah, that Jets defense, they pack a punch as well. They still got Quentin Williams there in the middle, right? At defensive tackle. So it's going to be tough to move him and try to get him out of the way. He's going to be coming for Brock Purdy. So Jake Brendel's going to have his hands full. And yeah, absolutely think that the Niners are going to win, but we got to get Trent back. We got to get Ayuk on the field. And it sounds like there's some positive news coming out of that. I don't know about the Ayuk side. It sounds like that might carry into the season potentially, but it sounds like Trent's going to be here next week, according to Deshaun Jackson. So I'm excited about that. And I don't know that there was ever really a doubt that we wouldn't get Trent back on the field before the season started, but Ayuk's might carry into the season potentially. It's getting ugly, so. But yeah, I'm excited about that too, Matt. Wishnowsky pinning people down in the 20. He finished his best career season as a punter for San Francisco, finishing number 5. So in the punting rankings. So excellent punter. Super excited.
I mean, he's no Andy Lee, but he's still pretty dang good.
He doesn't have Andy's distance, but he's still pinning people pretty well. He's got a good hang time on it, which is really what teams are looking for nowadays, is that hang time.
Yeah, I mean, he's still kicking the ball 50 yards.
Yeah.
He's kicking those mile high, soaring, majestic punts that just, and when they hit and there's nobody around, they roll. Like they roll all the way down to the 1 yard line.
Yep.
Yeah, sorry guys. Doing some stuff here.
Oh, you're good.
Put my kids to bed, so.
Okay.
You close the arguments or anything? We all good?
Oh, we're all good. We got,
All right.
we just hope that the special teams, we can get some return game going. Hopefully, if they put Cowling back there to do the punts, or you got Trent returning the kicks and Cowling returning the punts, and hopefully we can get some explosive plays. Garendo had that 93-yard return last night on the kickoff. So,
that was beautiful.
I mean, it when a team is playing really well, like all cylinders go, everybody contributes. All the way down to the last man on the roster that's allowed to dress. And I'm hoping that Mordecai will move his way up and take over as the third string quarterback and get a little run. Because they say I mean, we know he's got a cannon. I mean, that throw he made last night at the end of the game, that was a dart. And if he can run, they say he can run a little bit, like not like Steve Young, but kind of like Jeff Garcia. If he can run like that, get 15 or 20 yards every once in a while on a quarterback sneak, and then or when he's out in space and just he gets away and just throws a laser beam down the field for 50 yards. I'll take that. I'll take a rookie coming in and in spot duty hitting a couple 50-yard bombs and maybe picking up 40 yards on the ground. I'll take that, definitely. Even if we're blowing a team out, I want to see the capability of a rookie quarterback having we need a 50-yard pass. Oh, I got this. Oh, it's 3rd and 9. You know what? Let me do a quarterback sneak and pick up 20 yards. We need to see it. We need to build. I mean, I know Brock is still young, but we still need to have another young up and coming dog for us. We
Yeah.
just need that.
Yeah, I think he had a great throw in the game. Hang on one moment.
Hello. Got a little girl here. Look, little girl.
Sorry, y'all. She's finding giant cockroaches, so
Little girl.
it's newsworthy.
Hello.
So
You say hi. So you just say hi.
Hi. Hi. Hi,
She said hi to you. She said hi to you.
Hi, Gal.
My name is Isabella.
Don't mind Isabella. You're the daddy.
yeah,
Hi,
this is Ellie.
Isabella. Hi, Gal.
Ellie? Ellie. That's Ellie.
Hi, Ellie.
It is what we do here. It is what we do on here. See that? That's what we do.
Absolutely. Yeah, Mordecai had a great throw to Ronnie Bell last night where he just kind of sidearmed it. Ronnie Bell was coming across the field. It was beautifully thrown, perfectly timed out. Ronnie Bell actually caught it. And so can't complain there. I like what I've seen of Mordecai. It's just we really haven't seen a whole lot in as far as preseason go. They didn't give him a lot of snaps. But I did like what I saw as far as he's playing with a lot of the backups and he's still completing passes and moving the ball. So that was exciting to see. Yeah, man, I'm just excited for football season to start. I'm not going to sit here and argue with Matt. Everything he said, I hope is true. I may have differing opinions in how it'll happen, but I think we both are in agreement that we're going to win some games this season.
That's all right. Like, I mean, we need a little, friendly, banter back and forth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even if it's someone's like, even if like you say like, oh, you're wrong, you're dumb, or something like that. I'm like, nah, I don't think so. Look at the stats. I can prove you that I'm right. Little friendly, maybe you say, oh, what, or something like that. Like, okay, whatever, I'll just tell you to shut up, Like you're wrong.
We don't need to go there, Matt. We don't need to go there. We'll
You guys?
No.
I called you out on your Jets score.
No, I know.
And,
I'm just making banter. No, I'm just making banter. You know what I mean? Like,
yep.
We call it. If somebody says something crazy, then say,
yep.
Sir, you are delusional. And we do it in a funny way, like
yeah.
I mean, we cuss each other out, no big deal.
Yeah.
We're men. We're grown men, like
I'm not disrespecting anybody on the calls, but
No, I get that.
I'll keep it respectful, but I'll call you out when I see it.
Ooh boy, here we go. Here we go, Matt. It got a challenge for you. Here we go. This has been fun, man. It's fun. I'm gonna close it out. That way, you guys can talk after we're done. After we're done off this, all right? I hope it's been hours. We did this for an hour. So it was good. It was
Yeah.
good. Dan, I hope you enjoyed your first experience on this, man.
Thanks for having me on, guys. Appreciate it.
You're more than welcome to come back anytime. You know that. All right, and Matt. As always, man. As always, you know everything. So I don't even say nothing about you.
I know the deal.
Got you. We'll close it out, and hopefully we'll be doing a show again before the first game, if everybody's available. Hopefully next weekend. If not, we do them one. That's why I'm not gonna say nothing. What time we'll be coming back? What day we'll come back? Because it can be any day for us. We don't give out the time dates, Yeah. We have lives. We have lives over here, man. We have families, responsibilities to take care of, and we can't always get on a show that much, So we do because we love it, and it's fun. So my wife was watching the whole time. I love you, baby cake. You know that. So, and yes, when you're talking about Tom Brady, she started laughing about it. Because she is a Patriots fan, just so you know.
Oh, there you go.
So
I had to go with the asterisks. Then I'm sure she was super happy about that.
So I'm gonna close it out, and we'll just talk to each other when we all get a chance. All right.
All right, y'all.
We'll see when we see you, faithful. Okay. But you guys stay on here. Stay on here. I'll be back. Hold on. We can see you guys later on, faithful. Later.
Ready, go, ready, go, ready, go, ready, go. Ready, go, ready, go, ready, go, ready, go. Yeah, you know what it is. Home of the West Coast offense. Frisco to Stockton, Modesto to Fresno, we get it poppin'. Rippin' my team, when you see me, you know everything. Ready, go, ready, go, ready, go, ready, go. I put it down for the Niners all across the globe. Ready, go, ready, go, ready, go, ready, go. I'm flamed up like a gangster. Name on my chain like an old school